Hello student, this is KK Bhatt here. Today, once again I am here with the lesson of English Behave of class 9th. The fun they had. In this video, we are just going to revise your lesson because in the summer time I have complete chapter 4 and I hope you will all being used to read about the lesson. Today I am just going to describe the summary of this lesson. See here in this particular lesson, the writer just describe about uh, about what's happened in 17 May 1957. It means what's happened after more than 100 years. It means here the writer talking about the future events. Uh, Dear students, in present time, we are depend on the school. We go and enjoy in the classroom. A human being as a teacher taught you all and solve your all problem. In this situation, you are getting a lot of enjoy as well as you have a lot of friend, and with the help of friend you can able to solve your problem. But what's happen in future when there is no books, there is no school, there is no teacher? So in the incoming future, the system has been completely changed. You you have to start through the mechanism, through the machine, through the laptop, through the TV, through the computer, through the mobile. That is not, I think there is no surprising because in present time we are totally depend on technology. Your live classes will be go through the Zoom app, and there are many videos has been sent to you to read through the WhatsApp, and PDF has been sent, and there are many materials you can get through your mobiles. You can able to get PDF through the mobiles. So I think that what's going in future, that is here a slide site. You can observe here a slide site. So dear students, here in this lesson there was a girl whose name is Margie. She was just 11 years old, and Tommy, that is a boy whose age is 13 years. Both are discussing about the schooling system of the ancient time and the present time. Because how? Because Tommy just found a old book that is 100 years old, more than 100 years old. When he found the book, he just showed the book to Tommy, and both are surprised because there is no book in that time. So first they are talking about the book, what type of book it is, and how the people read. It's very boring. So both are just Tommy just said that in those time there was a lot of waste of time because students just head on going to head on in the books. They read the material through the books, and after completing the book they throw it. In this way there is a waste of time and waste of material. And if further said that but in computer, in laptop, all the material, more than million books is in a in a machine, and whenever you want to open with the help of this mechanism, anyone can open it easily. And in this way both are discussing about this school. And just Marcus just said that what's the time when in ancient time students went to school in gathering, they sit in the classroom in mass, they are enjoying their classroom and so on many. That is why here at last both are agree about it. So that is the summary of this lesson. I hope you understand well what is the summary of this lesson. Now see here what is in the lesson. Dear students, see here before you read. Here given the story we shall read in set in the future, when books and schools as we now know them will perhaps not exist. Here, writer just said that this story is just based on future. When there is no books, there is no school, and perhaps students compelled to read through the mechanism. How will children study then? The big question among the students, when there is no book, there is there is no school, how will children study then? The diagram below may give you some ideas. Here are given four diagrams. See here the first, learning through computer. It means students just start to learn through computer. There is a virtual classroom. There is robotic tester. It means there is no human being tester. In those days, robot, that is also a type of machine that help the student to read. Moving textbook. The textbook is on screen. And see here in pairs. Discuss three things and you like best about your school and three things about your school that you would like to change. Write them down. Here are given activity work for the student. You have to think, you have to discuss about three things which you like most in your school, and also you have to find out three things which you want to improve them or change something. In this way you I hope every student must complete their activity work. Now see here the next, have you ever read what's on a television? Computers, I think every student must learn read the word through television and computer. Can you imagine a time when all books will be on computer and there will be no books printed on paper? Would you like such book better? That is a question before us, because we are used to read on pages in books. So that is why we think about such type of situation. But when there is no books, there is no school, all the books printed on paper, printed all the books shown only on computer, what's happened in that time? That is you have to read here through that. See here. Now see here the lesson. Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary on the page headed 17 May 2157. Here you know well that every student like to read diary. The here given diary work. So here Margie just start to write a diary that is on 17 May 2157. She wrote, today Tommy found a real book. What she wrote? She wrote that Tommy who got a book, a real book. You can imagine that this story told about more than 100 years before, more than 100 years in future, more than 100 years in future. In that time there is no book. It was a very old book. It means the book which has been found by the Tommy, that was very old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. He said that when he was a little man, at that time all the books his grandfather told him. It means the grandfather of Margie told him about the book, that in those time stories and others books were printed on paper. They turned the page which were yellow and crinkly. So after that, both Margie and Tommy turned the page, but they found that the book was very old, so the pages were yellowish and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words. And they found wonder when they start to read the word. What a waste when you are thrown. They turned the page when which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words. Then stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. They are used to read the word through the screen that is moving on, and here they found that books words are just in fixed condition. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it, and it had when they read it the first time. When they turned the page, they found that it was the same word which they read through the screen. In this way, Tommy and Margie both are surprised to read it. Thanks. I hope it is beneficial to you. You read, enjoy, understand the lesson. For as a homework, you can find out difficult word meaning and read the stories by yourself. Tomorrow I will also explain the next part of this lesson and also make a video for to help you. Okay, thanks to watch my video.